Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel Crafting with Danny. I'm Danielle and today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful candle gift box. Sorry I haven't been on for a few days. I've had a bit of an issue with my tripod, so I'm just balancing it for now and hopefully it'll stay through this video. So this is my candle gift box. I've made it for my mum for Mother's Day, here's the flowers on the top, and then I followed the pattern of the flowers down to the front of the box, and here's all the different papers on all four sides. And you just lift the lid off and inside is a scented tea light glass candle. Really easy to make. I'll just pop that to one side. I did make another one as well. This is another one using Pop of Pink, and there's a bit of a reinforced top around there to make it a bit more sturdier for your candle as it is glass. I'll just run through the things that I've used. The inks I've used are Night of Navy and Smoky Slate. The stamp sets I've used is Floral Phrases and Petite Petals. I've just used this sentiment from the Floral Phrases, and the Petite Petals and the Coordinating Punch. I have already prepared some of my pieces, so I'll just run through what you need. I just found I did have my little piece of paper. There it is. Sorry. So you're going to need, I've used a piece of Night of Navy. You don't have to use that. Cardstock, and that is going to measure 7 5/8 of an inch by 11 3/4. The 11 3/4 is the full size of your A4, so you're just cutting it down to 7 5/8. So 7 5/8 by 11 3/4 inches. That's going to be the box. And for the lid, that's going to be 5 inches by 5 inches. And our pieces for around the box is going to be 2 5/8 of an inch by 3 1/4, and you'll want 4 of them. I've chosen 2 different colours, as you can see, 2 different patterns I mean. And then for the lid, you're going to want 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, one of them for the lid, and 4 smaller pieces, and they're going to measure 2 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch, and you'll want 4 of those. So I'll just move these to one side. And then for the sentiment, I've used the decorative label, I think. Let me just find it. It's in the annual catalogue. There we go, and it's this one, yeah, decorative label punch. So I've used that one, and the suite that I've used, the DSP, is the Floral Boutique DSP. So you don't just have to use it with the, you know, the floral thinlit dies. You can use it for other things. It's very versatile. So it's not just for that set. Yeah, so I've punched out 2 Night of Navy pieces and a Whisper White piece, and I'm just going to layer them up, one there and one underneath like that. And then I've just got a piece of ribbon. I think it's the 1/8 of an inch ribbon. Just check. Yeah, it's the silver 1/8 of an inch ribbon, so I'm just using that. So that's all the materials you're going to need. And let's score. So if you want to get your scoreboard, and on the long side you want to score 2 7/8 of an inch. I forgot where I was then. And then 5 3/4 of an inch, 8 5/8 of an inch, and 11 1/2. And it leaves a very, very thin slither at the end to close. Onto the short side and score it 2 1/8 of an inch. Got mixed up then. 2 1/8 and 5 3/4. Oops. And then if you just score the lid while we're here, and that is just going to be scored at 1 inch on all 4 sides. So 1 inch on all 4 sides for the lid, and that's all the scoring done. Then you want to take your bone folder and fold and burnish all the score lines. This thin line can be a bit tricky, so just be a bit careful. And then we're going to do some cutting, and we're going to cut off. There is 2 rectangles, and we're going to get rid of those. And not only very slightly, just a small notch. That's those 2, and then you're going to see you've got 2 flaps. There's a smaller one and a larger one. The larger one is the bottom of the box, so you're going to cut up the 3 score lines. Like that, and then I take a corner rounder. And I just like to round off these because they don't meet flush underneath the box. I'll show you in a minute what I mean. Can be a bit tricky. I just think when a box doesn't close meet all the way on both sides, I just think rounding the corners off just makes it look a bit neater, a bit more professional. Just re-round this one off. Can be a bit tricky. That's it. And the top section is the reinforcement of the lid. So for this piece, we're just going to take our glue and just make sure you put glue on the lines there as well, all over. I just think it's a bit blocked. There we go. There we go, that's better. So all over, and then fold that down and just use your bone folder and press right next to those score lines. Like that. And that'll just reinforce the top because it is a glass candle. If you want to know where I got the candle from and you're in the UK, it was on sale actually in Tesco for 40p. I thought I'd do it as an extra gift for my mum. So then you just want to refold these score lines, just because it's made them a little bit tighter. And you'll fold that and close that. So you're just going to put some glue on the thin strip at the side, or you could use tape. Fold that over, so that's the thin strip where your glue is. Fold that one, and just press. Oops. And I like to just take my bone folder inside and just press that on. Like that. I've actually forgotten to add on my DSP. I would have usually added the DSP before gluing the box. So we'll just do that now. That's the back. So we'll just add our DSP on. It just makes it easier if you do it when it's flat, but it doesn't matter, you can do it either way. Just leaving a border around the edge, like that. And I've alternated colours. You don't have to, you could use the same colour. It's entirely up to you. I'm just going to line this one up with the last one. Oops. Like that. And then this piece. I think I may have just cut this one a bit too wide. It's okay. So once you've stuck on all your DSP, you want to find the back, and that's my back. The seam will be at the back. So you want to close in the two side flaps. I'm going to pop a bit of glue on here because the candle's glass, it's going to be heavy, so the more glue the better. So you're going to fold those down. Let's find the back again. And the back, this is the back. And then the front. So the two side flaps, the back flap, and then the front. And it's gone like that. And that's why I like to round off the corners, because I just think it makes for a nicer finish. So while that's setting, I just like to pop my candle in, just to hold it together. We'll move that to one side, and then we'll do our box lid. So again, you just want to fold and burnish all your score lines. And then cut up these two squares on either side and notch. That way, and then turn it around and notch the ones opposite. Like that. And then we will add our pieces while it's flat this time. Make sure you've got, if you've got a directional DSP, just make sure it's the right way when you're attaching it. And they will just sit on there like that. And again, you'll just alternate these as you go around. Making sure that they're facing the right way again. If you are interested in purchasing any of these products and you don't have a demonstrator, I'd be very happy to be your demonstrator. The link, I'll leave the link to my online shop in the description bar below. A like and a subscribe would be fantastic. I really do appreciate everybody who has subscribed to me so far. It's greatly appreciated. And then for the top piece, I've just chosen a different DSP. And that's going to sit on the top. Like that. And then to close the box, you're just going to put some glue or sticky strip or whatever you use on these 4 tabs. If you are using wet glue, you do need to hold it just for a couple of minutes, not minutes, a few seconds, just while it adheres. It does take just a bit of time. So you want to line up on the score line and hold it. And then take your tab and line it up with the other side. Just hold it for a minute. And then the same with the last two. And then I just like to press over with my bone folder just to spread that glue. And there's a lid. And then we're just going to attach the sentiment. So you're just going to place a small bit of glue across the top at the back, and then lining up just to leave a small border at the side. Oops. Like that. And then you can take next one and line that one up as well. Like that. So I'll just put that to one side to dry. And let's see if the lid fits, and hopefully it should. Yeah, perfect. So now, excuse me, instead of you watching me punch out 17 flowers, I've already gone ahead and done that. Excuse me, sorry. I've already punched out my 17 flowers. So you just stamp the flower and then go over with the matching punch. So I'm just using this foam mat just to give my flowers some dimension. And then we'll take some glue dots and apply the flowers with the glue dots. So taking a candle, just find where the back is again, and that's my back. So this is the front. I'm just going to start off with a grey one, smoky slate in this corner, and when you're placing these flowers on, don't place too far to the bottom, because when you stand it up, it will tip. And then you just want to go along where you want them, really. I've done more Night of Navy on this one, because, just make sure my lid goes on. I've done more of Night of Navy because I just want a hint of the smoky slate. So we're going to put 2 on there. One will go here, and then we'll put a Night of Navy there. Like that, just creeping up. And then I'm going to have a smoky slate in the corner, and a Night of Navy, and then another Night of Navy. And then I'm just going to attach my sentiment, and I'm going to mount this on dimensionals. just to give it some dimension. 3 will do. I'm just going to place this in the centre. Like that. And then you can continue on them with your other flowers and just place them around the side. So we'll pop one on there. One there. One here. And then I'm just going to roll a glue dot and place that on the back of the bow. And then we're going to put the bow in the corner there. And just to finish it off, I'm going to take some, let's take the lid off. I'm going to take some rhinestones and pop them in the centres. And I just think this box is brilliant. I just think my mum's going to love it, and I'm sure yours will. It doesn't just have to be for Mother's Day, it could be for birthdays, it could be a wedding table favour, it could be for anything, any occasion. Christmas, you could make Christmas ones, you could fill it with sweets, or anything else you can find, nail varnishes. I'm sorry if the video's gone on a little bit. I don't usually like to make my videos too long. That's why I prepared a lot of the things in advance. But if there are any of the things that I've demonstrated today, if you do want to watch me stamp and punch, then I don't mind doing that. Just comment below. Oops. Last one. Oh, 2 more. And that's it. There's just one more thing I will say before I finish. When you are decorating the front with your flowers, don't put your flowers all the way up, otherwise your lid will not sit on. Like, I've probably put that up a bit too high. But just bend your petals. And there we go. So there are 2 beautiful boxes. I hope you give it a try. I hope you like this tutorial. That's the front, the lid, and the sides of the box. I hope you give it a try. Thank you for watching. See you again soon. Bye.